Welcome back to Meet the Drapers. We interview entrepreneurs, they give their pitches, and then you get an opportunity to invest in those companies.
Hey, I'm Harold. I'm the founder and CEO of Bandwagon. We're building this company so that fans everywhere, whether it's sports or concerts, no matter where they bought their tickets, can be real and authentic. I know what it's like to spend $100 and not be able to get into the game. We want to preserve that fan experience. Uniquely, sports brings everyone together. And so that's something that's really inspired me to kind of connect in that similar way with friends and family as we continue to build this. And so building this company from Greenville, South Carolina, and really just looking at my journey here from being the son of an immigrant, Jamaican-American family, I want the Drapers to see an entrepreneur who's willing to run through a wall and do everything they can to overcome obstacles to get to this point.
Welcome to Meet the Drapers. Give us your pitch.
Thank y'all for having me. I'm Harold Hughes, and I'm the founder and CEO of Bandwagon. But before that, I'm a sports fan. And like most sports fans this year, I was watching the NBA Finals, watching the Golden State Warriors take home their third title in 4 years. But most Golden State fans really wish they could have been in the arena with their team to see them win that title. With average ticket prices of over $1,700 to get in, fans who were hopeful were gonna have to try and find a deal. And that's where the problem began. Dozens and hundreds of fans were denied at the gate for this year's NBA Finals because, unbeknownst to them, their tickets were fake. And this isn't just a US thing. Just in May of this year, Barcelona announced a $1.8 million ticket scam. This is happening in headlines from ticketed live events like concerts all the way down to sports. And so what we've been able to do is harness the power of the blockchain to utilize the very core technology to make the experience better for fans. So it's safer because we're using cryptographic security. Our implementation is super simple, so teams don't have to go through the headache of pitching this and making it tough on their team. And last, we're making it secure. We view the future of this as SaaS, Stadium as a Service, giving the fans the ultimate experience, and that's why we're using technology like blockchain to make that happen. So I'd like to invite you all to jump on the bandwagon with us.
Terrific.
So the core of what we do is focus on identity. We want teams to know who's in the stadium on the day of the event, also concert artists and so on. So there's no real way for you to say a follow-up for if I buy a ticket on the secondary market and the team doesn't know I'm there, I don't get the follow-up, thanks for coming, here's half off of the next game. I don't get the opportunity to save 10% on merchandise because the team won. There's a huge disconnect between teams and the fans who are actually sitting there on the day of the event. But we also know there's scalpers and there's brokers and people who are making a lot of money taking advantage of people. With our technology, we're actually using the ledger to prove that tickets are real, to make sure that the person who's reselling them on these secondary sites is the actual owner. And then third, there's no restrictions in the ability to transfer. That allows teams to be able to increase fan engagement. That allows them to monetize extra food and beverage, because in that case, I'd say, I want to target the people sitting in section 113 for these last 100 hot dogs I have with 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Now I can message them directly. Today, that can't really happen because fans are showing up to the arena from dozens of different places. The number one thing we're finding is that there's a $2.3 billion fraud problem in the US from ticketing. Most of that is eaten by StubHub and Ticketmaster because they're so large. And so for us, we're saying, in exchange for making this problem go away from you, we want to help encourage more fans to come to the game. That's what the big value is.
How far along are you?
Our blockchain is fully up and running. We have 558,000 tickets on our blockchain, so we're able to validate those as they move through the ecosystem, and we have a team that's ready to build.
What's next year? What are you projecting?
We project that next year we'll be closer to 1.2 million. With the licenses that we're getting, in the beginning was really investing deeply into the tech.
What are your costs out of $1.2 million revenue next year? What do you expect?
Our cost should be just north of $400,000.
So it's really high margin.
Yeah, huge high margin business because we're putting the investment into the software to make it super simple for folks.
Who else is on your team?
We have a CTO who's based in the Bay Area. I'm the CEO and went to Clemson University. I studied economics and political science. And our COO is a rock star from the sales and technology space. We both grew up in the distribution space. So asset management and barcoding and RFID. We're approaching ticketing from an asset standpoint. We want to be able to track it from its inception to delivery and consumption. We've added some awesome advisors like Orlando Jones, entertainer and tech investor, and most recently Melly Price, who exited a company called Frontgate to Live Nation. So now we're building those pillars into our team, and now we're looking for that next step. We want more families and more friends to have better experiences at live events, and having those tickets be authentic is one piece, but being able to do great touch points with fan engagement and marketing before, during, and after the event, we think changes everything.
Well, thank you very much for coming in to Meet the Drapers.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Have a good one. It's so awesome to be here with the Drapers, a legendary Silicon Valley family, to see how they started and being able to create generational impact. That's what I want to be able to do for my family. I love the fact that we're giving opportunity for viewers to get in on crowd equity, because this is going to give them an opportunity to change their generation. And I'm loving that we're going to be one of those platforms that they can consider.